Dear students, in this video we are going to see constitutional design. So rules that the citizen and the government follow together as constitution, and the constitution determines a right of citizen, power of government, and how government should function. So three things deciding by the constitution. First one, rights of the citizen, power of the government, and government should how the government should function. Then next part, this designing of the constitution, South Africa, that we don't want to study, so you can skip that part. And what is apartheid, that also you can skip, but it is needed for 10th standard, so we have studied already, but not need for this final exam purpose. Then next topic, it is why do we need a constitution. Then what is the importance of constitution, why it is needed for us. Okay, let us see. Oppressed and oppressors live equally and safeguards their interest. Blacks wanted substantial social and economic rights, while white wanted privilege and poverty. That is related to the South African constitution situation. That's why later was comprised one person one vote and rights of for poor and the workers. How it is attained by writing down the rules and explain how the rulers are chosen in the future. It determines what elected government are empowered to do and what they are not. This will work only if the winner cannot change them. Some rules agreed by all and basic rules of constitution. All the people what we are agreeing together, that is known as the basic rules of the constitution. Every association, even club, cooperative societies, etc., also having the constitution. Then what is the meaning of constitution? Written rules that are accepted by all the people living together in the country is known as constitution. Written rules that are accepted by all the people living in that particular country. Supreme law that determines the relationship among people living in a territory called citizens, and also relationship between the people and the government. So in the supreme law, it is giving, that is the constitution, it is giving the definition what is the relation between the each citizen, those who are living in that particular territory, as the same time people with the government. Generates trust and coordination. Specifies how government will be constituted and who will have the power. Lays down the limits of power and tells us rights of citizens. Express aspiration of people about creating good society. All countries that have constitutions are not necessarily democratic, but all countries that are democratic will have the constitution. So read twice that sentence. All countries that have constitution are not necessarily democratic. Other forms of government also having the constitution. But a country, if they are following the democracy, they should have or they will have the constitution. After American and French Revolution, democratic constitution became common. Making of Indian constitution, very important part. 10 lakh people killed in border violence. Means when we was making the constitution, what was the condition in India? Country was divided in princely states who were to decide their merger with India or Pakistan. In India, we did not have to create a consensus about democratic India. Our national movement struggled against foreign rule and to regenerate a nation and transform society. 1928, Motilal Nehru and 8 leaders drafted constitution. And 1931, resolution at Karachi session of INC about the Indian National Congress about the constitutional framework includes universal adult franchise, a right to freedom and protect minorities. 1937, elections were not fully democratic, but experience of Indians in legislative institutions provide useful and adopted details from Government of India Act 1935. Separation of power, autonomy of provinces, separation of electorate, federal court, direct election, established service commission, etc. Leaders were inspired by French Revolution, parliamentary democracy in Britain, and Bill of Rights in USA, along with the socialist revolution in Russia. Drafting of Constitution, elected representatives of the Constituent Assembly by July 1946 and a first meeting in December 1946. Later, country has divided into India and Pakistan, with the Constituent Assembly having 299 members. Adopted on 26th November 1949, came in effect on 26th January 1950, Republic Day. Over the last 50 years, several groups have questioned some provisions of the Constitution, but no larger social groups or political party have ever questioned the legitimacy of the Constitution itself. This is an unusual achievement for any constitution. Constituent Assembly represents people of India at that time. There was no universal adult franchise and was elected by the members of existing provincial legislatures, ensured fair share from all regions. Assembly was dominated by INC. Constituent Assembly worked in the systematic, open and constitutional manner. From where we adopted the ideas for our constitution. Country, England, and which ideas we adopted: parliamentary government, rule of law, cabinet system, bicameralization. Then USA, fundamental rights, judicial review, preamble, independence of judiciary, impeachment of president, removal of Supreme and High Court judges. Canada, unitary features of federalism where the center is stronger, residuary power with the center. Then USSR, fundamental duties, socialist view of the society. France, ideals of liberty, equality and fraternity. Ireland, directive principles of the state policy, method of election of president. Germany, suspension of fundamental rights during the emergency. Then drafting committee chaired by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar prepared a draft of constitution for discussion. Discussion took place close by close with more than 2,000 amendments. Members deliberated for 114 days over 3 years, and every word spoken is preserved, called as Constitutional Assembly debates, printed in 12 volumes. Guiding values of Indian Constitution, done by reading views of great leaders or by what is given in the Constitution. Mahatma Gandhi was not a member of Constituent Assembly but had a vision. The Young India 1931 he mentioned, where poor have an effective voice with the high and low class. This dream was shared by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Goals and ideals, views of Mahatma Gandhi and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Okay, about idea, that is Varna system. Gandhiji's idea, reform Varna system. Then Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, total abolishment of Varna system. Then economic upliftment. Gandhiji said, advise rich to form trust for the poor. Then Ambedkar said, favored both rural upliftment and industrialization. Then separate electorate, rejected separate electorates instead of favorable reservations of seats by Gandhiji. Favored separate electorates by Ambedkar. Means of struggle, reformative approach by Gandhiji, revolutionary approach by Ambedkar. Then philosophy of Constitution. Preamble in Constitution begins with a short statement of basic values similar to a poem or contained philosophy of the Constitution. Embodying these values into constitutional arrangement. It's long and detailed document that requires regular amendments. Preamble. We, the people of India, have solemnly resolved to constitute India to a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social and economical social, economic, and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and the integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, the 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. Sovereign, the people have the supreme right to make decisions both internal and external. Socialist, wealth is generated socially and should be shared equally by the society. Secular, complete freedom to follow any religion. Democratic, people enjoy equal political rights, elect their rulers, and hold them accountable. Republic, head of the state is elected and not hereditary. Justice, no discrimination on caste, gender, or religion. Then liberty, no unreasonable restrictions on the citizen in what they think or how they wish to express. Equality, all are equal before law. Fraternity, all of us should behave as if we are members of the same family. Then contributors, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, lawyer and leader of Bardoli Satyagraha, role in integration of princely states, deputy PM in first ministry. Abdul Kalam Azad, opposed Muslim separatist politics and education minister in first cabinet. T.T. Krishnajari, member of the drafting committee, finance minister. Rajendra Prasad, chairman Champaran Satyagraha, president of Constituent Assembly and first president of India. Jaipal Singh, captain of first national hockey team, founder president of Adivasi Mahasabha. H.C. Mukherjee, vice chairman of Constituent Assembly. G. Durgabai Deshmukh, founder of Andhra Mahila Sabha. Baldev Singh, leader of Pandit Akali Party in Punjab Assembly and Defense Minister. Kanhailal Maniklal Munshi, Gandhian and founder of Swatantra Party. B.R. Ambedkar, revolutionary thinker against caste divisions, founder of Republican Party of India and Law Ministry in first cabinet. Then S.P. Mukherjee, founder president of the Bharatiya Janata Sangh, active in Hindu Mahasabha. J.L. Nehru, socialism, democracy and anti-imperialism, first PM of India. At the stroke of the midnight hours when the world sleep, India will awake to life and freedom. Freedom and power bring responsibility. Sarojini Naidu, women leader and activist, Nightingale of India. Then Somnath Lahiri, leader of CPI. By this we are completing the main notes of the lesson. Okay, we'll continue in next video.